Hi friends, I'm here with a yoga offering. As always, please go at your own pace, rest whenever you need to, and feel free to skip things or change things if they're not working for you today. Let's begin sitting. If you have something you want to sit up on, you can grab it, blanket or cushion. Come into a comfortable cross-legged position. And either close your eyes or take a soft gaze towards the floor in front of you. Begin to slow down your breath. Relaxing into the position you're in, feeling where you are. You can let your eyes open, keeping a soft focus, and feel free to open and close your eyes as it's useful for you throughout your practice. Let's begin with eagle arms. We're going to cross one elbow on top of the other. If you can get your palms together, do so. If you can't reach, you might grab a thumb or just focus on the elbows. And put some pressure between the elbows as if you're trying to pull them apart. Spreading the upper back between the shoulder blades. Spreading your rib cage. Notice which arm is on top and then release and take a couple gentle swings. And then bring the other arm on top. Again, pressure between the elbows, spreading. Feel the full space that your torso takes up, as tall as you can, as wide and broad as you can. And then release a few gentle swings. And then take your hands to the floor behind you, fingers facing forward. Roll your shoulders back and your elbows back. And then lift the chest. Take the chest as high as you can. Sternum rising up. And then release. Come up, hands to knees. Round back. Lean away from your hands on your knees. Drop your chin. And then roll your way up. Let's recross the legs. So the other leg is in front or on top. Sitting tall, drop your right ear over to right shoulder, pressing down through the left shoulder, looking for a stretch on the left side of the neck. Rotate your chin to your chest. Come over to the other side, both shoulders drop, but now even more through the left side, looking for a stretch there. Or the right side this time. And then rotate chin to chest, come back to the first side and go back and forth a few times. Half circles or 3/4 circles, watching the sensation move from one side to the other. Next time your chin is to your chest, stay there. Interlace your fingers behind your head and let your elbows hang down, stretching the back of your neck. Let's release the arms down, head floats back up. And again, we'll bring hands to the floor behind us, shoulders back, elbows back. Lift your heart as high as you can. And release, come up, hands to knees, round back. And let's come back up and forward onto hands and knees, tabletop. If you want to pad your knees and you have something, feel free to put a blanket or cushion under your knees. Set your hands right under your shoulders, knees under hips. We'll take a couple rolls through the spine here, starting by lifting the head and tail, arching. Exhale, round. Inhale, arch. Exhale, curve. Inhale, arch. Exhale, curve. Now, inhale, arch. Shift your weight forward, bend your elbows straight back, and dip part way or all the way to the floor. Press up from there. Round. Arch. Go forward to dip down. If going all the way down is too much, just go a couple of inches, and then you can push up from there. Round. Arch. Go forward to dip down, elbows hugging the sides. Press up. Round. Arch. One more time, dip down. Press up. Round, and then sink back to child's pose, releasing hips to the heels, forehead to the floor. With arms out in front of you, walk your hands over to the left, and then pull back through your right hip, stretching right side a little more. Come back through center and over to the other side. Pull back through your left hip, stretching left side a bit more. And then back to center. Let's lift up through table and come back to downward facing dog. Lift the hips up and back. You might pedal out your feet a little here or shift your hips side to side, waking up your body. Feeling the pose you're in. You can always modify or adjust so this is working for you. If it doesn't work for you to be on your wrists, you could come down to your forearms. Your heels could be up or down, knees bent or straight. And then let's walk hands and feet towards one another and hang in Ragdoll. Feet hip width apart, parallel. You can bend your knees a little or a lot. You can use support through your arms if you like. Bend your knees a little more and slowly roll up, coming all the way up to standing. We'll step up to the front of the mat, coming into mountain pose, Tadasana. Feet can be together or apart. We'll bring hands together at the heart. And take a full A-series sun salutation. Next inhale, arms sweep high. Exhale, fold forward, swan dive down. Inhale, lengthen partway up. Step or hop your feet back, coming through high push-up. Lower down, chaturanga. Come into your back bend. And this could be as low or high as feels right for you. Could be a little baby cobra. Or coming up higher, maybe even up dog. Feeling where you are. And then back to down dog when you're ready. And let's take 5 deep breaths in down dog or any other neutral shape. Coming to a pose that feels like a rest for you. One more deep breath here. Come back through down dog and step or hop your feet forward, inhaling, flat back. Exhale, fold, let your head release fully. Inhale, up to standing. Exhale, arms press down. Again, inhale, arms high. Exhale, fold forward, swan dive down. Inhale, lengthen. Step or hop your feet back. Lower down. Up dog or cobra. And back to down dog. This time from down dog, let's step the left foot just a couple of inches forward with the toes turned out. And reach your left hand back to take hold of the inside of your ankle or calf, shifting your weight into your left leg and lift the right arm up as high as you can, rolling open through the right hip. Maybe even looking under your right arm. Now, if this becomes tricky for balance, you can always bring your left hand back to the floor, either for a moment or the whole time. And if you feel steady, reach your foot again. Last breath here. Both hands to the front. Take a big step forward. Warrior one. Feel free to adjust the distance between your legs, finding your footing. Deep bend in the right leg. Straight, long back leg. And then open out, warrior two. Flip the right palm to face the ceiling, reverse warrior two. Big reach. Straighten the front leg for triangle. Going towards a straight long line from one arm to the other, long torso. One more breath here. Release. Make your way to down dog. Feeling what you are doing, whatever you're choosing to do. Your transitions are time for you to take care of yourself. From down dog, step the right foot just a couple of inches forward, toes turned out. Reach your right hand back for the inside of the foot or ankle or calf. And take the left leg up, rolling open through the left hip, looking under the left arm. Can your breath be steady while you're doing this? Last breath here. Both hands to the front. Step the left foot forward. Warrior one. Adjusting your footing if need be. Sweep the arms high. Settle hips low. Open out, warrior two, shifting hips and arms to the side. Flip the left palm to face the ceiling, reverse warrior two. Straighten the front leg, triangle, reach out to come down. Expanding, more dynamic and more at ease, both at once. Last breath here. This time to release, bring both hands to the floor, and let's turn to face the wide side of the mat. Wide-legged forward fold, and we'll use this as a resting pose. Let the upper body release. So you're welcome to separate your feet more or less. Bend your knees a little or a lot. Use blocks for your hands. Take any arm position. Keeping your legs more or less how they are now, walk both hands over to the right. So you might take hold of the right foot or just go in that direction, feeling what it's like to be here, stretching this side. Come through center and over to the left. Maybe taking hold of the foot or ankle or just going in that direction, feeling what it's like to be here, stretching this side. Come back through center and over to the right. This time turn to face the back of the mat. Lift the back heel, high lunge, twist. You can keep your left hand on the floor and lift the right arm up, or take a prayer twist. Left elbow to the outside of the right knee. In either case, if you'd rather do a low lunge, you could drop the back knee. One more breath here. Let's release. Walk your hands around through center and all the way to the other side. High lunge, left side facing front. Setting up for a similar twist. If you extended the arms, try that again. If you took a prayer twist, try that again. If you took some other variation, do something similar. Last breath here. Release, hands to the floor. Make your way back to down dog through any movement transition. And then let's come into a pigeon pose, right side. We'll slide the right knee forward. Scoot back through the left leg, help the hips get as low as they'll go, and set up whatever support might be useful for you here. Something under the hips or chest or forehead. Let's bring the upper body back up. Take your time. If you have something under your right hip, you can slide it out of your way so you can lean to the right. Slide the left knee forward. Come into a half hero on the left side. So ideally the left knee is pointing straight ahead, left toes pointing straight back. You could add a little lift under the hips or a little padding under your ankle. Lean back. Tuck your tail, looking for an opening at the front of the left hip and left quad. The more you tuck your tail, the more you might bring the sensation there. And feel free to stay up on the hands or explore coming lower. You might come to just the right elbow or both elbows or all the way down. And if this is not working for you, don't do it. Don't do things that don't work for you. These poses are simply tools. Some of them are useful, some of them are not. And then lean to the right, straighten the left leg, and give a little rub to your knee or ankle. And we're going to fold over this straight left leg, Shavasana. It's right sole of the foot on the left inner thigh. You might reach for the foot. If you can't reach your foot, you could put a strap around it or have hands on the floor. So using your hands to support you as you fold. Shoulders down. And then release. Come back up. We'll make our way to down dog, however you want to get there. Feeling what you are doing, taking the time you need. And let's come into a pigeon pose on the left side. Slide the left knee forward, scoot back through the right leg. And settle your upper body towards the floor, letting go. Let's bring the upper body back up. If you have something under your left hip, move it out of your way so you can lean to the left, slide the right knee forward. Half hero. Again, if you want to sit up on something or pad your ankle, finding how this works for your body. Lean back, tuck your tail, and feel for what is your edge. So it could be right here where you are. You might come down lower to find it. And the edge changes, so at any moment you might come back up or you might go deeper. Keep guiding the sensation from the hip to the knee, tucking the tail. Lean to the left, straighten the right leg. Work out any tightness in those joints. And then fold over that straight right leg, doing Shavasana. Let's take one last vinyasa or movement transition. And come all the way through to sitting. And let's get set up for a supported fish. And there's many ways you can do this. You will need something, some kind of prop. So you could use a block, blanket, towel, books, foam roller, tennis balls, any number of things. So try something behind the upper back, pretty high up the upper back. Make sure it's not near the lower back, just low enough so your shoulders can fall off the end of it. And then depending on how high the thing you've chosen is, you may want something else to support your head. If the first thing you've chosen does not seem quite right, it's either too intense or not intense enough, try something different. For more intensity, try something harder or higher. For less intensity, try something smaller or softer. Could even be just a 1-inch roll of a blanket. Could be very subtle. Arms can be overhead or out to the side. Legs can be bent or straight. Do try and drop through the tailbone so you're not overarching the lower back. If there's any gripping in the lower back, you might do this with feet on the floor instead. Once you've found your position, settle into it. Allow the weight of your body to release over your props, release into the shape you're in. If you want to stay here longer, you're welcome to. This could even be your final resting pose. If it's relaxed enough, you might just stay. If you'd like to release out of this now, or whenever you do, one gentle way of doing so is to interlace fingers behind your head. Use your arms to lift your chin to your chest, taking the pressure off your props, and then lean to one elbow, moving your stuff out of your way, and rolling back down. And just check in with your body. What do you need now? I'm going to be winding down this practice, getting ready for Shavasana. Is there any last pose or stretch that you'd like to do? You can take some time for that now, whether that's an inversion, a twist, restorative pose, anything or nothing. If nothing's needed, you can start getting your body comfortable for Shavasana, your final resting pose. Whatever you're doing, feeling that, taking the time you need. When nothing else is needed, settle into stillness, letting go of the control of your breath. Letting the weight of your body release. slowly begin to wiggle your fingers and toes, gently waking your body up again. And let this movement increase gradually through your wrists and ankles, eventually stretching out long through your arms and legs. When you're ready, bring your knees in. Roll to one side, pausing there for a moment. And then use your hands to help you up to sitting. And bring hands together at the heart. Namaste. Thank you. Thanks so much for joining me today. Hope you have a good rest of your day.